Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video of my Addison's web series. And this topic is going to be relationships and Addisons. And this is going to be relationships, whether it's family, friends, or boyfriends, girlfriends, depending on what you like. Now, in my previous video, I talked about teen years and Addisons. And I said in that one that this is pretty much kind of like a continuation, but like an older version, discussing some realities and way to deal with people with Addisons and some of the things that you kind of run into with trying to deal with Addisons and trying to deal with other people. So this one is relationships and Addisons. I will break this down into like family, friends, and boyfriend, girlfriend, so that way, because each one can be handled differently and dealt with differently. So first off, we will start with family. Now, to be honest a little bit, my family has a hands-off approach to dealing with my Addison's disease. I got Addison's at 11 years old, and my grandma used to take me Christmas shopping every year, and when I got my Addison's disease, she kind of threw her hands up and said, too much for me to deal with. She didn't take me Christmas shopping anymore. She didn't do a lot of things with me. They have a very hands-off approach. Their thought to it is they just put up with my Addisons. They put up with me because I have a lot of other anxiety and health problems as well as the Addison's disease. Some things can accompany Addison's disease, some things don't, but so I have more than just Addison's wrong with me, and they just put up with me instead of trying to understand and care. So for my family, I've kind of had to walk away from them for various other reasons too that I'm not going to get into because it's nobody's business, but I kind of had to step away from them because they weren't being what I needed them to be, and I kind of had to back off. But I will say, if you do have a little bit more of an understanding family, you might be able to talk to them a little bit and be like, hey, I know it seems scary, I know it seems like a lot, but let's try to work through this together. I'd like to have a better relationship with you, don't let this scare you off. But for my family, that doesn't work. But if you have a really good, loving support system family, then that's really, really good that you do. But all I can say is if your family doesn't want to take to it, or if they do kind of just want to go with you, my best suggestion is to just try to talk to them. And if they don't want to get it, then you may just have to walk away. Now, friends. Good friends will be there and see you through no matter what, whether it's something as chronic and long-lasting as Addison's, or if you just get a cold, breakups, what have you. Good friends will be there through no matter what, but some friends will not want to deal with it. You'll be surprised at how many people you may come across in life who flat out don't want to deal with it or just think it's way too much, and you have to respect that in a way. Some people just can't handle health issues. Some people just don't have the mentality to wrap their head around dealing with these health issues. So you kind of have to respect them a little bit, even if it's kind of bullcrap, if they don't want to, grow up or try to understand and deal with it. But it's something you're going to come across. But like I said, good friends will stick through no matter what. Some friends will, like I said, they won't understand when you can't go out and party or can't go out and do certain things. And to me, getting Addison's disease is kind of like getting off drugs or alcoholism, or it's a major change that's going to happen in your life. And when you go off of drugs or you go off of alcohol, you find that you have to stop being friends with those kind of people because they don't fit into your lifestyle anymore. And you have to go out and find different people who'll be respectful of the way that you want to live and the way that you want to be. Once again, if you have great friends who support and love you and you haven't had any trouble or issues with people, then that's really good for you, but it can be very, very hard. So with friends, it's very, very hard. Just very hard with friends. Like I said, you can do the same approach with family. Try to talk to them, discuss about the disease and the issues and the fact that it's just try to discuss with them to get them to understand. Now, going into dating, I'm going to say boyfriend so I don't trip up, even though if you're a lesbian, you go for girls, or if you're a guy and you go for girls, or if you're a guy, you go for guys, you know, whatever. Don't care, but I'm going to say boyfriend so I don't get tripped up trying to, you know, be correct, fulfilling for everybody. Going into dating with a boyfriend, oh my god, it's hard because I believe it's something that should be said and brought up right away, because of the fact that some people legitimately can't handle. I mean, being friends with someone who has a chronic health issue is completely different than dating someone. When you're dating someone, you know, it's that next level. You know, you put up with shit out of friends that you wouldn't put up with dating someone, because you're like, I want to be in love with you, I want to spend time with you, especially if you're going into a long-term relationship. You want to date them, you want to be with them, and you want to have a connection, and they're going to have to deal with every little nitty-gritty ebb and flow. Where friends, you know, you can be like, you know, whatever, I'll just, you know, not talk to you for a while. You don't really want to do that with the person you're getting in a relationship with. So I feel, to be respectful to the other person, bring it up in the first date. You don't have to sit down and be like, alright, I got this, and you gotta learn how to give a shot, and you don't have to be exactly, you don't have to scare them off, basically, but definitely let them know that you do have some major health things that aren't contagious, and that Addison's isn't contagious in any form or way. You can have sex, anything, it's not contagious. Not even by blood, it's not contagious. Addison's is not. So, pretty much let them know it's not contagious, and, you know, you just basically give them a little taster of like, okay, I got this, see how they handle it, and if they act like they want to handle it and be in it, then I feel you should give them about a month time period. You know, about a month. Keep your heart guarded, give them a chance to really deal with it, see the reality of it, learning the shot kit, you know, learn how to do the shots, and the medication, and the reality of everything, and tell them, I'm going to give you a month to get an idea of this. You know, get educated on it a little bit, see what's going on, maybe watch a couple of my web series videos here, and let them get a basic education to what's going on and what life with Addison is like. And after a month, tell them, do you really want to go at this relationship seriously, or do you kind of want to back out? And to me, you got to be respectful of that with people. You just can't force somebody, no matter how good they are, you can't force them to be in love with you and put up with the disease if they just can't really put up with it. Now, something you can do to help people understand is, this is off the Mayo Clinic website for Addison's, and this is what I've read off in my first video, the second video, what is Addison's, and this is basically the definition. My printer printed it itty bitty bitty, but if you change your printer settings, it'll print bigger, of course. But basically, print out the definition, and on the other side here, I have the symptoms. Basically, print out this paper and show people, let people read it. Be like, you know, I'm here, of course, to answer questions, and you'll see how these play a part in my life. And let them read it, because sometimes it's easier for people to read than it is to try to explain it. Be like, well, it's the adrenal glands, and it's the, you know, if anybody paid attention in biology, they'll know the pituitary, they'll know the adrenal glands, and they'll know a basic understanding of their function in the body and what they produce and what they do. So definitely print it off, maybe have a couple, so if you end up losing one or something, or just keep the page saved in your favorites, so that way, you know, just let them read it, so they get kind of an idea of what's going on. But really, I think being in a relationship with somebody, you're just, same thing like I said in other videos, let them know to stay away when they're sick. Now, me, when it comes to sex, I'm going to make the person get a blood test and make sure they get a clean bill of health. Mind you, herpes you can't see all the time. You know, there's outbreaks and there's where it's good, so that one is a harder one to kind of, unless if I'd be like, show me your stuff every single day for about, let's say, you know, 3-6 months, you know, however long it takes for it to flare up and go away, let me make sure you don't have it. Unless if you do something like that, herpes is a little harder to catch, but definitely a blood test, because I'm not playing around. I don't want to get anything that you may be contracting to me, which I will use proper protection. You know, I don't believe in birth control. I just don't. I believe in condoms. I don't believe in the pills because of hormonal reasons. It's my thing. I believe other women can use it. Feel free, use it. For me, I don't agree with it, with Addison's. But pretty much something you will see going into having relationships with people is you're going to have to walk away from some people to increase the quality. You know, it's quality, not quantity. And why waste your time with someone who's not going to respect you, someone who's not going to be there for you like you need? There's no point in having 15 friends if only one is really going to be what you need, and every time you get around the other people, they're going to make you feel like crap, or you're just going to feel pangs of sorrow in your heart because you're thinking of how you used to be or what you wish you could do. So basically the moral to the story is you have to just let go of some people. You know, it's kind of like that theory of once your life gets so filled up, sometimes you have to let go of certain things to bring in the new that will be positive. Sometimes you have to let out the negative people to bring in the positive people. So, you know, you have to keep that in mind. And one more thing with the dating, the problem I have with dating is a lot of boys in my age range, I'm 21, they want to go out and party and get blackout drunk and be crazy, and that's not something I can go do, and that's not something I'm going to wear down my body doing. So I know I will probably be dating a little bit older than me because they will have a little bit more of a understanding to what is, you know, health, because, you know, once you get in your 30s and 40s, stuff starts showing up, and you get kind of like, yeah, I understand, you know, I got the heartburn coming in, you know, I got the high cholesterol, you know, they start understanding because it starts setting in. But so pretty much that's really relationships in Addison's. Is the basic thing is weed out the bad to bring in the good. If family, friends, even if you're in a relationship, it's hard as hell. It may make you a little lonely, quality over quantity, and like I said, you gotta let out the negative to bring in the positive sometimes. So pretty much that's really all I can say. I hope you enjoyed this video. And like I said, for any of my videos, like it says in the comment box, I'm open to all comments and discussions. Definitely say anything that you gotta feel about it. I'm willing to hear it, and definitely open dialogue. Just ask away and talk away. So see you in the next video.